winds were roaring on the height. The wind was moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread. The trees like torches blazed with the bells were ringing in the dale, and men looked up with faces pale. The dragon's eye, more fierce than fire, laid low their towers and houses frail. Far over the misty mountains go, to dungeons deep and caverns old. We must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel. My name is Cat Monarch, and I hope you're all looking forward to the stream. That is, get a little bit loud, we have it down there. Once again, Duel Masochist, and we're in Plat 5. The win rate is good enough anyway. It's between 25 and 33%, which I will take. That's pretty solid. At least I think it's pretty solid as far as a Masochist deck goes. In terms of our actual decks, we haven't played this pile for a little bit now. Our current go-to is a slightly more refined pile, where we're running, you know, a couple doubles. We've replaced Spirit Reaper with Marshmallow, so it's a slightly more reliable wall. And we've got a couple small, not engines, but like a couple small synergies. We've got 3 total Cosmos that can then tag out into one ship, which we should be playing. Yep, there we go. So that's a small little package. We have a small Unchained package of 3 cards to loop this guy. And we have an amount of Kaiju cards, along with the field spell, which then allows us to potentially search them. And with our options for removal, we should actually be able to deal with our own Kaiju relatively easily, semi-consistently. We did edit the machine deck and the warrior deck a little bit. The machine deck is actually cut down to, you know, a reasonable size, and it's playing a couple different cards here and there. A few new ones, like we got the Infinitrax, which are really cool, actually allow us to make the rank monsters a lot easier. Rank monsters, Xyz monsters. And in our warrior deck, we managed to like change the ratios a little bit. There's an extra equip spell, there's, you know, an extra card here or there, but it largely remains the same, and largely remains unimportant, because I think we're just going to stick with the pile deck. It seems to have the best win rate. And speaking of, yeah, we have 3 wins to get into the next tier of Platinum, so let's see if we can make that tier tonight. I know that sounds slightly pessimistic, but it's the fact that we do have to win enough duels in not necessarily a row, but without that many losses. And this is Platinum. It is far harder than Gold. We found that out last month. And this is, well, it's certainly a going first hand against a 60 card deck with a 15 extra. And it's all Blue Eyes. It could very well be Blue Eyes. Or they could be tricking me. So let's set 3. See what they've got. They apparently have a slightly dodgy internet connection. But not bad enough that they can't draw. Okay, we have a game. Let's see what happens. Red Eyes Fusion. Oh yeah, Dragoon's legal. Well, let's get some cards out of the way while we're doing it then. Let's put up Dark Sanctuary, because I need to re-read Dragoon. It's not been in Master Duel for a minute, and it doesn't really see TCG play right now. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, a quick effect. Yep, okay. So it can negate Dark Sanctuary, it's just do they. And they can target monsters, right? Yeah, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. We don't have any monsters. Neither player can target. Okay, so I can't use Crackdown on it. They are just going to negate it. Which is unfortunate. On the plus side, we can just Kaiju this, and then we can defeat the Kaiju, because we've got that kind of a hand. On the downside, they've still got 4 cards in hand. And if they're actually playing Red Eyes, which it looks like they are, then, you know, they have a fairly solid chance of actually just making another one on the next turn. So, let's get rid of that. Have a kaiju. Oh, that's funny. Not good, but it is funny. Hand or deck. Okay, that's fine. That is currently fine. It's not graveyard. That field is kind of nice. Okay. When destroyed by battle. Okay, so we probably... Oh yeah, we need to summon first, right. So it's a good thing we did actually draw this. Oh, that's a really good synergy, actually. Right. Let's do it this way. We will crack down their baby dragon. It is not going to the graveyard. Put that on the bottom of the deck and summon this. They've got something in hand. Let's put it over here. Maybe they make Transverser, but I don't think they do. What I think they do is make another Dragoon, and I am scared of that. That is something we have to worry about. But we have started to inflict battle damage, I think. They've just got so... It's just passing priority so much to them that they could have something, it just doesn't feel like they will. Magnum. That is in fact something. That's not good for us. Surprise, surprise. Okay, that's fine. So we go end turn, end phase. They search an end phase. There's the search and end phase, and if you give me a minute, I might just leave the mic off for this duel. Just a minute. Right, okay, loud phone conversation is finished. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but just in case, thought we'd just, cut it for a minute. They don't want to banish from their own graveyard. How strange. And yep, they do that, and then they have a quick effect to summon Abyssal from hand. And this one went into grave, target special summon monster your opponent controls, sent it to the graveyard, so they can send the Nemleria, which I don't really want, but it might be what has to happen. Yeah, they actually cleared both monsters here. We still got our search and end phase for a dragon, which gives us Destrudo from deck. But it does mean they have wiped all our monsters and are still sitting on that with a chance to get into Red Eye's fusion again. And we don't really have enough life points that we want to repeat use Destrudo, so, you know, we have got to draw something pretty good, and that is not the pretty good we need. Set 1. Fear it. Pass turn. And of course, we're back in Platinum, so we actually have to play out our duels a little bit more than we were doing in Gold. Granted, their connection's, you know, dodgy enough that they could just lose the duel on the spot. Okay. That does assume that you're going to then summon one. Well, they're going to summon one. That gets some red eyes, which means they have enough damage. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Welcome back to our Master Duel Masochist. We had 3 wins to go. I think we'll find we now have 4 wins to go. Jump back into it. See what we can do. Which is pretty much what could be the stream's title for today. Right, they're going first. So it's not Tenpai, which, good news, has just been hit in the TCG. And opening the Spirit Gates has just been brought back into TCG. So I'm kind of happy with the current format ban list. In some ways. They've still left the Branded Dragon legal, which does all the which summons floodgates to your opponent's board. Is this Tenyi by any chance, or Phantasm Spiral? And yeah, they've still left Dimension Shift legal in at 3, but I guess you can't have everything. Could also just be a Masochist deck. Right, we do need a summonable monster. We have a Kaiju, but at the moment that's making them more of a threat to us than anything they've got. End phase. Okay, right. What do we draw for turn? Let's find out. Fairy Wind. That is not helping us out. Set 1. Set 2. And pass turn. It's only a quarter of our life points. It's fine. We set the chamber because there is a chance that then they, you know, destroy it and we actually get to summon the Unchained monster from deck. Because if it's 2 back row and they have destruction, there's just a 50-50 chance. That is half our life points. It could be stun or normal beatdown, or match key or Phantasm Spiral, or Masochist. The options have not been narrowed yet. Although it's less likely to be Magic Key because this one's a Dark and they have a Dark monster in Archetype anyway. They're thinking real hard on what to do with 2 level 4s with 2000 attack. The answer is swing in. I think there is a chance that we just don't draw another card that we can play and lose. We need a summonable monster. We have 39 cards. We have the second Kaiju does it. I have a few that are summonable, but a good deal that aren't. Okay, that one is summonable. We got lucky. Okay, let's normal summon. Any response to that? Ring of Destruction. Yeah, you know what? That'll do it. We just did not draw a playable hand. I have a feeling we could beat that deck. But let's see what it is first. Because that actually makes me curious. It's basically Starter Deck Turbo. This is... I'm not really sure. This isn't Masochist, this is just 2000 beat sticks plus enough stuff that you hope your opponent doesn't stick. And I can respect the idea, but yeah, we really should have beat that. And... yeah, your opponent's gonna find the 3 Red Eyes Fusion and 6C. Why wouldn't they? I don't think they have a search for it, right? They just hard drew it. Yeah, this is a mess of a deck. But, sure. That's gonna happen a lot in Platinum. Our deck itself is a mess, and we're beating other people, so, you know. Inventive names. Ink Tempai, that's a bonus. Realise I haven't actually updated you guys on just what's happening. And the answer is not a lot. Between now and Thursday, I mean, weekends come and gone. I played some mobile Electro. I've hung out with some friends, that was a good time. But the rest of the day was a very poor use of my own time, which I could have done better, but hindsight is nearly perfect, right? So, okay, they have not summoned a single monster. I will summon a monster. This could be Labyrinth, it could be Paleo. It's non-standard, 49 cards. 15 extra. We weren't gonna tag it out anyway. It's cute that they just shotgun the Max C though. Right. Okay, me too. On the off chance, we're gonna set that one there, and we're gonna set this one here. Block off an EMC. It's not a pendulum deck. Trap Trick. That sounds like Labyrinth. It could be Paleo still. But this feels like a... yeah, there's Big Welcome. Okay, that is an issue. We can Kaiju and we can defeat our own Kaiju, but... damn it. Meant to, you know, send this back. Right, let's do Metaverse first. See if it's Ash. It doesn't really matter for us. But, and then let's try this. Blocking off a column is probably going to hurt us more than them, but it does mean that whatever that card is, they can't use it. Let's see. This will gain a counter immediately, and we have one Kaiju already. It'll gain 2 counters immediately, which means it can protect itself twice already this turn. There's Stovey. Right, 1, 2, yeah. Alright, Right, so they have Stovey in hand, a card that they did previously set, which was a trap, and an unknown. That's probably what was the trap card. There's Stovey, discard itself, and Chandragleer. So they now have what they need. But they aren't sending cards from field to grave yet. Okay, Destrudo is risky, but it does advance our game state and force them to do something. We know that that one's welcome, which is good knowledge. Okay, there's welcome. That puts us up to 3 counters. We can try and search Kaiju. Okay, we'll put it in defense position. That's just correct. Normal specialist one, you can add a Labyrinth card. They probably add the, yeah, there you go. That one. Attempt to add a Kaiju. Let's see. Okay, that goes through. Get this one. Right. Okay. I think here we do Yazi. Puts another couple counters on the field spell. No, it doesn't. Destrudo goes to the bottom of the deck. That summons itself. That's fine. Return Yazi to the hand. Kind of expected. No. That's the wrong move. Because then Yazi actually gets to try and trigger. And now I have a free discard. Then you can banish all cards they control. Now it relies that you've done the math right. Have you done the math right? Granted, once you get used to it, it's probably not that difficult, but... Set Daruma. Yeah, they hadn't. So... Yeah, the way it goes now is we do this. Yeah, okay, I don't know what they were expecting. They definitely had the game, they just needed to stay in it. Did they just not understand how the card worked? Where are we looking? Where are we looking? I'm skimming over it, obviously. There we go, this one. Simultaneous Equation Cannon. Banish a fusion and 2 Xyzs with the same rank from your extra deck. Okay, so they have a fusion, they have 2 rank 4s, they didn't use any of them. Equal to the total number of cards in both players' hands and on the field. Now, okay, at the game state, let's just play that replay, because I'm pretty sure they didn't have that. We had 2 cards on field, 5 in hand. They had a total of 5 on field, 1 in hand. So let's speed this up a little bit. Alright, we're trying to get to the point where they had simultaneous equation. We drew Destrudo for turn. Right, okay, so it is this turn. There's Yazi. Right. Okay, they activate this now, and they set another card. Equal number of cards in both players' hands and on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, and that's chain link 2. So they get to that. But yeah, here's the thing, they can't do that because I have a 7 and they only have 4s, so I don't know if it's because they can't resolve it. Because that's 5 there. Unless it counts itself as the 6th. Okay, it'll count itself as the 6th, most likely. Yeah, they needed to not set another trap from deck, I'm pretty sure. And then they could have attempted to send the fusion. But because they chained Lady Labyrinth's effect to set a trap from deck, they upped the card count and threw the card activation. Makes enough sense to me, just about. Anyway, hey, Opus. 2 Master Packs because we got a win in Platinum. Was it deserved? That's debatable, but is it a win? That's a definite. My legs were already killing me. Let me just reposition a sec, guys. Okay, that's gonna have to be better. Right. Another Gradle. It's the same Gradle though, we don't... That's the only name we have. Bouncer Lord. That is new. It's cyber support. We can do things with this. Rank up magic. Scrap Beast. That's probably our 3rd Scrap Beast. That's our second call. Earspatients are not going to help anyone. Chemocritter Oxylox. It's a Chemocritter, and that's all I need to know. I tried playing with those once. Hello. Welcome to the chat, and welcome to the stream. You are not first-time chatter, you have been here before. How's it going? Doing okay, how about yourself? Ooh, we got a shiny at the front. Vylon Matter. 3 Quip spells. That's only going to work in the warrior deck if we even play that. And this is a warrior, but we would not play it. Not enough aliens. Cypher Mirror Knight. We don't have ciphers. We definitely don't have Eldritch support. Oh no. I don't want to spoil that good card for myself. Materialization is good. That actually works with our Labyrinth tank. It is a non-searchable 2-card combo. I'm not a new streamer, and that's our 3rd Silent Magician level 4. Oh, we got an ninjutsu up. That just goes in the warrior deck. Yeah, it's like really good. You can target it, return it to hand. Yeah, that just goes in the warrior deck. Thank you. It's always appreciated. Right, and now we'll get back into another duel. Because that did not change up our current deck in any capacity. They're taking their time. At the moment, it's very much just Yugioh Master Duel. I did play Dark Souls for a good amount of time, and Dead Cells, but this is the current grind, which I fear is a task I will not be done with soon. 41 cards. Nonsensical name, Rescue Rabbit Meat. It's possibly an FTK or Masochist. That doesn't scream FTK. No, I don't stream every day. Mondays, Thursdays. Yep, there we go. Masochist deck. Let's go. I don't think Inspector Board is going to be particularly good for us. It's not going to help the opponent. But it is a 2000-2000 sat line. That's a 1900 monster. That's a spellcaster. Definitely not Mastodon. Good question, honestly. Off the top of my head, I could not tell you. Probably something from the DS. What are you thinking? Long and hard about 3 cards in hand and a normal summoned monster. And Sanctuary in the Sky. Pokemon and DVD. I don't recognise DVD, I do recognise Pokemon. Long-standing fan of the Pokemon franchise. I guess Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, just like Blue Rescue Team, is probably pretty high up there. But then, like, in close contention with Blue Rescue Team is probably Sky. I don't think they're making another play. They might be running down the clock. Or have, you know, just stepped away or something. Yeah, they aren't doing anything. No mates doing things. If you're following me on Twitch, then you can just, like, you know, have the bell. I don't have a socials that make it easier to follow me when I'm about to join a stream. It is just genuinely Twitch. There is a YouTube channel, there is Twitch. I have a Discord, but I don't really post that I'm streaming on Discord. They really aren't doing anything. I kind of thought that, like, they'd do something, but... Yeah, I get it. Twitch is, like, kind of intermittent. Or it feels like it notifies you, like, 20 minutes into the stream starting. It's just I don't really put out, like, the message that I'm streaming anywhere else. It's just, you know... I stream on Twitch, I stream at a fairly regular time, so you can check Twitch on, like, you know, these days. Like, that's the current, like, you know, thing. If I can just keep the routine of, like, 7:30 on Mondays, Thursdays, people know to check around that time if they care to, like, you know, catch a stream. Actually, do they know? Is that something that I have as, like, part of my description? I do have description, but that is not part of it, actually. Yeah, they really aren't doing anything. Do I have the time? Let's find out. Shall? Nope. The dashboard, probably. Where are we looking? I can still hear the music, that's still going. Settings. Channel. Yep, there we go. On Mondays. And... Yep, there we go. That is at around 7 PM. Right, I need to get that back to the correct place. At around 7 PM. I think it's BST. Let me just look that up while we just, pause real quick. Yeah, it's... yes. No, that's summertime. GMT currently, apparently. Leslie. GMT/BST. Brackets. Right, there we go. Save that change. And then if we go back to our home page, or just like the channel in general. Channel. Yep, there we go. And does the description's edited. There we go. Right, anyway, we won. I have a feeling they were just hoping that, we would be intimidated by a 1900 beat stick. Oh, that's a weird deck. That is, what are they... Some of this just doesn't... Wait, no, does it work? No, it doesn't work. They've got 2 of this, but it has to be special summoned by Terra Incarnate. This doesn't ignore summoning conditions, so Geist Grinder plus these 2 are just bricks. What else do you have? Like, you don't have a Labyrinth Trap. They had Pendulum Scales. They had counter... Oh, they had counter traps, right. So, the counter traps do have a purpose, because they have a Guiding Ariadne. That's kind of crazy, actually. But yeah, this looks like just a Masochist deck. Right, and that means we've actually managed to score ourselves a second win. So, another 2 Master Packs. See what we can get. And I can close that tab on British Standard Time. Dimension Wanderer. Oh, Galaxy Ice support, right. One of the Gradius support cards. True King's Return. This is a very good card. However, we don't have True Kings or True Draco. Hey, that's our second weather monster. Like, we've got 2 copies of Thunder, but that's our second main. The rank of magic. Hey, we have a Horus monster. It's it's not exactly what people think of when you say Horus monster at the moment, but it does count. Problem is, we don't have the level, the level 6 or the 8. So it's really, really awful to play. This is a warrior. That's not terrible, actually. You probably just play that in the warrior deck as a 1900 beat stick with a removal effect of sorts. Right, what about pack number 2? See what happens there. Breakaway, that's a battle phase skip, kind of. Yeah, but we have to discard a spell for it. The Pendulum Pile gains an extra card, which we did look at the Pendulum Pile. It is not good. It does not work. Double hooking is technically double Monster Reborn. And we can put back, we can bring out some pretty big monsters with that. If normal summon plays 3 counters. At the very least, it doesn't have its own inherent special summon effect. Live Twin monster, which we do not have the other cards to make that work. We keep getting these level 4 ritual, Dragon Knights. They are so bad. Another Synchro Rumble. Right, double hooking is pretty good, actually. Do we play it in our current deck? maybe it's probably worth looking at. Because we can discard some pretty big bodies. And then we get to reborn them. And then because the monster is destroyed if this card leaves the field, it could trigger something like Unchained Soul. I am kinda selling myself on this, aren't I? Are there reasons I shouldn't? Probably. Hatsugai hasn't actually worked out for us so far. We don't pay enough life points for it, and if we did, we'd be so far behind. So I think we swap it out for the double hooking. After another minute change. 0.04. Number lock's turned off, wasn't it? Yep, there we go. Right. Let's get back into the duels. It has been definitely a start to the stream of all time. And we get to choose. Nice change. Obviously, our hand will not be as good right now. That's how this works, right? Actually, no. As far as hands go, that's fairly decent. Right. Set Mirror Force. Oh dear. That's some delay. Set that, and set Sangan. Because Sangan searches us a monster we can then use with Moon Mirror Shield. If they can't out Sangan, we could equip it with Moon Mirror Shield. We have ourselves our very own beat stick. See what we can get. I don't think this hand is nearly good enough to cut it in platinum. But there is a chance. Yep. Okay, so under an EMZ would have probably been a little bit better. What's it? If this card is special summoned, if this card is sent to the graveyard. We're probably not going to get this that many times. I think we do just put this back in the hand because they did normal summon this. And if it's back in the hand, it's not in the field, so it's not link material. The other one can still be. But yeah, this looks to be like actual Cyber Dragons. And that means that they can kill Sangan. Oh dear. It's a weird choice that they put Mirror Force in the Imperm column. I know I don't have Imperm, but they don't know that. Well, okay. So, flip summon Sangan. Sent to the graveyard, you can add another Cyber Dragon from your deck or grave. I think that's fine anyway, right? I don't think they understand. We're just going to Moon Mirror Shield. Get rid of this. Give them another Cyber Dragon to advance their game plan a little bit, I guess. But we have a threat on the field. They do actually have to contact fuse this or pop it. They can't just hit it by battle. Right, so we set this. Yeah, we do just set that, because Sangan searches us a monster, we get that monster, we discard. Discard Reborn 2. The problem is that Sangan then won't trigger again this turn, because Sangan is now a hard one to turn. Alright, let's see what they can do. They've got a Cyber Dragon in hand, so they have like... Yeah, they have a fusion monster. Yeah, that's fine. We probably should have set the sales pitch. Excuse you, you just hard drew the regulars? Alright then. I mean, they have to stop the Mirror Force, right? They do just have to stop Mirror Force. This one's optional, isn't it? This one is mandatory. I can choose my own chain links, right? Self-chain. Or the chain link thing. I don't know which one's the chain link one. Select the order. That's probably it. What are they reading? What do they think? Okay, there you go. But yeah, because for this, I get to choose Sangan 1 because it's mandatory. Moon Mirror 2, which means I get my search. Do they fear Moon Mirror? Because here's the thing, like, if they do... Okay, that's fine. We're putting it on the bottom of the deck. Deck gets shuffled anyway because the Sangan search goes through. But, yeah, what do we get? I feel like we probably just get Desrudo. Right, the thing is we can do double hooking in battle phase, or mirror force in battle phase. And... let's see. There's no limit on how many times you can make Chimera Tech Fortress. So I think we have to double hooking. Pitch the Destrudo, followed by Mirror Force. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably Rampage Dragon and we lose, but it's fine. Yeah, that looks like Rampage. When you can. I mean, they do have the option. Did they just not click it? Or are they thinking? No, they were just thinking. They're gonna do it. Please target, like, please don't target Mirror Force. Right, I think they do just have it. I need them to not target Mirror Force, you know? Well, actually, no, this is fine, because they have to negate this with Regulus, which means they lose damage. As long as they forget that their Rampage has an effect. And the fact that these will die immediately. They read... Damn it, they read. Maybe they forget to attack. No, they're gearing up for extra attacks. No such luck. Right, onwards. We're back where we started. 3 wins. We can do it. Right? 3 in a row is nothing. We've managed 4 in a row. Once. Probably just once. This is definitely Tenpai. A deck full of just a name of questions, but I'm going second, okay, I guess it isn't. Kinda wish it was with this hand, though. This hand kinda rocks going first. Get it? Right, let's see what they can do. With no particular theme to them at all. People are very creative with the Call by the Grave, mate. or mate icon. Frame? I guess you call it frame, don't you? Add a trick star. I'm being FTK'd. You know, Inspector Border definitely stops all this, but there's a problem. Turn order. They've gone first. Yep, Dark Room, a nightmare. Right, the problem is they're not going to trigger Congrate. If they leave the board at this, we can summon Inspector Border and go from there, and that will be okay. But if they do anything else, I don't think Inspector Border cuts it. So let's find out. What else do you do? Please do it. I may be streaming for like a couple more hours, but that does not mean I have a couple more hours for one duel. Okay, they're activating Chain Energy. That's pay, that's not effect damage. Card destruction. How dare you? Well, I will destroy 2 cards you control. It's 2 lots of 500 because it's to activate and to special summon. That is crazy. Right. There's so much damage. Card is added to your opponent's hand. Trickstar. Right. What's the last card in hand? That's the real question. I think it's a monster. One. I think it's just the field spell. Because the field spell is what's giving them additional triggers. Normal summon. Let's see. I don't actually want to put my life points any lower. Right, so we'll put one there, one there, one there. Their move, they have 1 card in hand, 1 card on field. So unless they top deck a Trickstar for turn, they don't do anything. I don't think, anyway. I guess, okay, if they get the field spell. That gets them to a Trickstar. Let's do this. Yeah, that'll do it. You've got 3, let's see. Take control of it. It can still attack, but its effects are negated. Zone placement, it's important. Did say target. Yeah, okay. We can put Dark Sanctuary up and make them scared to attack. Come on then. And yeah, I think we do just that. You're not the only player who's going to inflict some burn damage. That does make me think they don't have a normal summon. thinking? So only for the turn I do get it back if I don't use it as material. They're going to risk it anyway. No, I'm not going to activate Ball Blade because I only take at most 14. And I get this back in end phase. They're not going to use it as material. I then have a 2100 on the field. And that's game. They literally don't have anything. It was just a chance to protect the Ball Blader. And if they did have something, protect the rest of my life points as well. But they obviously don't. I do not particularly care for the fact that they have lost this. Like, there are sometimes you feel bad for winning. No, I'm up against Trickstars. We should see how many Trickstars they have, but because there is a chance it's just a Masochist deck. That was a Sky Striker spell in there. We got a good few tickets for that too. Right. What do we have? It is Trickstar Striker. That seems terrible. Like, surely you'd want to just max out on Trickstars and, like, actually, you know, just burn. Or play Sky Strikers and just, you know, grind. Right, let's open the Legacy tickets now. I think it's fair time to do it. We got 4 of them. Alright, what have we got? Anti-magic arrows. That's not bad, actually. It's much more helpful if we're feeling that we're going to go against a lot of burn decks. Because battle phase negations are, like, not that prevalent. Or battle phase disruptions are not. Oh wait, this is just... No, it's only spell traps. So yeah, it's pretty much like, I guess, Labyrinth, Paleo, and like Burn. Present card, that would have been good for our previous opponent. Let's see, Legendary Fisherman doesn't help us out at the moment. Metal Zoa will never help us out. Neck Hunter is a normal monster I don't think I've seen before. Meteorine is piercing on a trap card. And, oh wait, sorry, skip 2. Chaos Trap Hole. That's interesting. I don't think we play it, but we have been running into a lot of, like, branded. It's worth considering. Banish fire from your graveyard, target card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it as a continuous trap. I likewise don't think we really play that. But again, there's a chance in the Warrior deck. Right, okay. Master Pack time. 2 packs. For a glorious victory. Let's see what we got. We've got a new rank 4. Do we play it? No. The ones we have are better. That's not our first card, but it's Plant Sport. That's Valkyrie Sport. Trickstar. Yeah, I mean, it's good, it's just we don't have enough Trickstars, and I don't particularly want to play them. Then again, I don't really want to play Floodgates either, but with running, you know, Inspector Border because it wins. This is good for rock decks. We don't have enough rocks. Light Swan and Grave Shuffler into the deck, draw 1. We don't have other Light Swans. And Evols are just not really playable. Ooh. Okay, we have a shiny. We have a couple shinies. Super Quant. I don't think we have other Super Quants. That's not our first copy, but I think we need the other Yosenjus. Not our first duo. That's not necessarily a bad card either. We could possibly look into playing that. Salamangreat Monster. More Infernity support. I just don't think it's the play. We're going to have to look at it, but it just doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. And this isn't going to help us out. And that isn't either, because we don't have appropriate targets. Some interesting pulls, but I don't think particularly good for us. So, anyway. Right, okay, let's actually just have a look at our Infernity collection. Because we have cards. Yeah, we have a grand total of 12 cards. None of them extra deck. Same level but a different name. We have 2 3s. We have 3 3s. Okay, so this gets one level 3 out for a different level 3. 1200, 16, and 3. I don't think we even want to run Queen if we can help it. Banish this card from your graveyard instead if you have no cards in hand. If it's the only card in hand, you can spec it. No cards in hand, all Infernities gain 400. And send all cards in hand, okay? So a possible Ancient Gear-like effect. Foolish for Infernities specifically. Attribute this card, then target 2 Infernities in your grave, special summon them. That's like the one draw we have so far. If we get this and we manage to dump like General Beast, then we could possibly have like, you know, a 3100 and a 2000 attacker. But that feels like the only draw so far. This is possibly a negate. That's technically Reborn, but the whole point is that you never have a hand. So it feels weird that a lot of these Infernity cards are like reliant on you not having a hand, or like discarding the rest of your hand to trigger them. So yeah, the Infernities are not really doing anything for us, nor do the rest of those cards. Which means it's right back into the duels. And we get to go first. Let's go. Apologies that you guys can probably hear the fans on my laptop pretty loudly. I am possibly just going to be OTK'd, or they're going to disconnect. I'm kind of hoping for the disconnect. This is not the best of hands. Let's find out. I think they probably had it a lot more than they think they did. Right, match history. What did you get? No, this is World Chalice. Like, yeah, Avramax is here, but it's not actually a Crusadia deck. And this, yeah, this has ways to brick. I think I believe it. You've got a good couple normal monsters. Well, actually, you want your normal monsters, so what? Part of Avarice? One Curry Way. Probably World Legacy's Heart as well. Oh, it's a little bit hard to see what bad hands there are, but win is a win. We'll take it. Ours wasn't particularly great, but we'd have to actually wait for them to link summon first. We got 4 tickets from that. Anyway, well, we might as well open them. That's insane. Right, what do we have? End of Anubis. This is a good tribute summon monster. Don't really... What does it stop for us? Target a card or activate in the grave. It can stop some of our monsters, but it's not much of our card pool it does actually stop. And it hurts Branded. It hurts Blue Eyes, kinda. Does it hurt Dark Magician? No. What else are we running into? Tenpai. Does it hurt Tenpai? No. I don't think that they target a card in the grave to special summon. Although it does hurt the Synchros, I guess, yeah. So they do have to just climb into... Well, oh, it hurts the Synchros, but this can just be literally beat over by them anyway. Okay. Inferno Reckless Summon. 1500 or less special to your field while your opponent controls a face-up monster. I mean, we can do this while they have, like, a limited card, or a card we know they only play one of. Or, like, an extra deck monster, and that's it. But how are we special summoning a 1500 or lower? And do we have one that we have 3 names of? I don't think we do. Field Barrier is good, but not for us. Because the Kaiju field spell can protect itself. And, let's see, the other one, Dark Sanctuary, isn't all that good. The fact that neither player can activate a new field spell does stop our opponents from popping off with something like Yubel. I guess Trickstars, kind of. It prevents the Tenpai field spell, but it is a one-off. We kind of like our own field spells. That's terrible. That's a tribute summon, and decently high stats. Koitsu is unfortunately not playable, can you believe it? A level 10 Union monster from, God knows, nearly 20 years ago? Bot the Trick is arguably worse. And Oops is not something we could really use. At least I don't think so. Target card we control destroy. I'm pretty sure the Unchained Trap has to be destroyed by our opponent's card effect. No, it doesn't, does it? We've done that one time. Okay, 2 packs. Let's see what we can get. A relatively easy start, so I'm worried about it. This doesn't require specific fusion materials, so if we can make Muddy Mud Dragon, we can make this. But the problem is it works on like polymerization or fusion spell, and we don't actually have polymerization. The fusion spell we have is Rapid Trigger, which is not either name, so it's not particularly great. The Advanced Crystal Beast. That's terrible. Another Crystal Beast card. Melodious. That's the 3rd sour scheduling. I don't know if we play it. Hey, we actually have a Magispector now. Let's see. Nordic. And Seal Swarm. Okay. Let's open the next pack. The sour scheduling is kind of neat. If we're seeing it more consistently, we can maybe develop an intuition about which zone to place it in. Dragoonity Knight. That's pretty good. Like, we have some Dragoonities. Still don't really have anything to do with them just yet. I don't think, anyway. That's not really useful for us. That's another Trickstar card. Requires multiple Trickstars. Crawler card. Don't have enough crawlers. Mermail. Karakuri, okay, that's something to look at. And it gets to reborn a Karakuri. Okay, that's definitely something. And that's Arcana Force support. We cannot play that because Arcana Force are kind of awful. Right. I need to go and take care of something, so I'm going to mute my microphone, give you guys some music, and I will be right back after remembering to mute the background music. And we're back. Let's bring the game music back up. Somewhere about there, that'll do it. Right. So yeah. Interesting question. Do we play the third sour scheduling? We've actually got 3 of it now. It's column-based removal still, which has proven dubious. If we draw it after an opponent's got an established board without negates, we can actually make great use of it if we can tell, like, oh, it's a link deck, we can block both the EMZs and basically claim victory. Or we can, like, oh, it's a pendulum deck, block just one of the pendulum zones and EMZ, and again, claim victory. But at the same time, using it blind is a real gamble. And your opponent has to play into it. People play around columns. Because of Infinite Impermanence, people play around columns. It's like, it's something that has changed the game the same way that Gore's Emissary of Darkness did. Because Gore's Emissary of Darkness exists, people play around an open board while attacking, going lowest attack monster to highest attack monster. Because the effect of Gore's, if you attack with your highest monster first, you're then left with a token you cannot beat over. And your opponent has basically managed to prevent you from dealing more damage to them. And, like, I'm not saying Gore's is currently a meta-defining, threat or anything like that, a staple card, but it used to be. And because it used to be that present, it changed the game around it. Imperm is the same kind of card. They're going to full plant combo me, aren't they? If they full plant combo me, this really sucks that I've lost the coin toss. I have the answer, basically. As close as I can get to it. I'm taking time to think, which scares me more than if they just played. Because that makes me think they have a line. They just need to work it out. 60 card plant deck is not uncommon. Oh, it's Traptrix. I mean, it's not great for me. It's not terrible. This can protect itself once, but the Traptrix can protect themselves all. And if I can't stick Inspector Border, which I don't think I can for some reason, that'll do that'll win the game, you know. They've probably got a whole load of trap cards in hand. And even if not, we're looking at Sarah. Links and if a normal trap is activated, if your other Traptrix monster effect is activated. Right, okay. And if we go back to this one, okay. During the main phase, you can normal summon a Traptrix. You banish a monster you control. Special. There you go. That's a Traptrix monster activated, which means they can set a normal, a whole normal trap, which is a problem because that one's telegraphed, and we know to play around whatever this trap is. But what about the other possible 3 they might have in hand? We can't play around every trap hole with this hand. This was definitely a go in first hand. Summon Inspector Border, set Sales Pitch. GG. Your opponent doesn't get a monster activation until they get to Seraph. Which, granted, only takes a normal summon. When your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card effect or activation, we're not going to do that. So we just have to think about what they could possibly have in hand, which doesn't really bear thinking about. Excuse you. Do you think I'm going to negate whatever you do? Okay, so the Lady Labyrinth is unexpected and a problem. But the Chain Hole isn't... Like, we're not using that. You've got one other card. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. This is a card effect. Would be destroyed by battle each turn. It's not destroyed. Card effect counts. But first time each set card. Okay, so it depends on what this is. Oh, that's funny. Get Kaiju'd. Bonka. Right, yeah, it really depends on what this is. And I think, knowing what we do about the other set card, we go for this. If it hits a trap hole, it hits a trap hole. It does not. Which means we can clear our Kaiju. Granted, we have to attack in with this, but we cleared their most problematic form of interruption, and they don't currently have a Trap Tricks effect to activate. This can activate in end phase, but we don't know if they have a monster in hand. They're not activating a Hole or Trap Tricks effect this turn on this board state. And currently they can't clear this. Oh wait, what was this? If special summoned. And this can banish. Special summon. Okay, so they can trigger Trap Tricks monster. They need to banish this, special this. Yeah. Banish it. Also during the next standby phase, your opponent can special summon one of the banished monsters. But yeah, during the next standby phase, we can special summon, which triggers their trap holes. Great, you know, piece of support in terms of design, to be honest, but kind of crazy. And then, so yeah, that activates, that triggers, which means they get another whole normal trap, and they are likely to then be able to get rid of the samurai. They have Chain Hole, they have an unknown. The samurai didn't trigger the unknown, which means it's not bottomless. In fact, let's just work out. Okay, so it's not bottomless. It's not Trap Hole. It could be Deep Dark. It's possibly Void. It could be Nightmare. It's could be Time Space. It can't be Spikes. It can't be Floodgate. What else do we have? It can't. Well, no, it could be that. Could be Gravediggers. Are you doing things? No. What are they doing? They're taking a real long time to think about this trigger, if that's what they're doing. Break off. So it could be that. It could be that. Acid. Oh, they didn't trigger it. Oh dear. You have a oh, they're bringing back Lady. I gotta admit, I do not like that. Like, I can stop the Lady from activating effects with Inspector Border, but that's, like, about where it stops. Can't kill it because of this. Because, sorry, its own effect. And this negates activated effects? Yeah. So it would still have the continuous protection on it. Visa Samsara. We don't have a way to special summon. Let's see. If a monsters you can contribute a fiend. Okay, I think the way we do it is this. We keep a monster on the field this way. Because this dies. They didn't activate these last time, so they are just dead. They aren't anything useful. Yeah, they don't protect this. We end. Now, if they try and leave draw phase, which they will, we have the chance to activate this first, so we don't trigger the other one, because we're not chaining in response to a thing. Which means we keep a level 4 monster we can synchro summon next turn. we can synchro summon into a banish. Although, that's a summon from the extra deck, and that poses a problem. Because we've ruled out that it's not any of the main deck hole traps, and that one we don't know. That one could hit our Cosmo in the same way. Right. Okay, so bottomless check, I guess, right? That's how you do this. Yeah, check for bottomless first. They have a response. Okay, bottomless, trap hole, floodgate trap hole. That's completely fine. What are we trying to do here? Oh, yeah. Right. Let's take a look at the log and see what they actually set earlier on. Because we know they set the chain hole. Where is it? Chain hole. The monster effect in response to a card effect or effect in response to a card or effect activation. Yeah, no. So we don't respond to this. Like, it's why we didn't respond to the trap as well. That we don't care about it too much. We can synchro for 7, which isn't ideal. Synchro for 7 gets us Yazi. Yazi gets us a pop. This one. Now, if that was Gravediggers, we would have just died there. So rough. I think we have to do it, though. We've got a defense position monster anyway. So we do this. Because we know what that one is, we know what that one is, we don't know what this one is. And whatever it is, it obviously doesn't matter. So we destroy this. We get this one back. We once again have 2 bodies. One of them's a tuner, one of them's a non-tuner. They probably kill the tuner. I'm not sure that we have the game in the slightest. They have Lady Lab on the field. We have used one of our 3 kaijus. This is a dead card currently, and if it ever becomes a live card, we're actually in a problem situation. Like, why would they set that card in this column? I don't like that. And yeah, they get rid of the tuner monster. Right. Which is really annoying, actually, because if we could have synchro summoned, we would have synchroed into a level 10 that cannot be destroyed. No more special summoned. Okay, so we get an effect, but I'm not sure it's going to help us. Pension effect. This will gain 200. And even if we normal summon, it only 200. Oh, this is so rough. I don't have the attributes in deck. That is real embarrassing. I don't think there's a draw that does it. We did so well. We actually managed to, like, kaiju it to, like, out it once. That's really annoying. Oh well, 2 wins to go. We've been here before. We'll probably be here again. We've done it before. We can do it again. That is probably also the most favourable Trap Tricks matchup that we're ever going to get. Because it's like 90% of the time that they can just get a live Trap Hole. This makes me think Centurion, which makes me very glad we have a kaiju. If it is Centurion, then it's like the bestial Centurion pile deck that's been running around. Don't you set a card and pass on me. I finally got the hand trap where if you send it... Oh, Amazoness. Swords. Oh. Is this a mass? Okay. Sure thing. No, okay, an actual Amazoness deck then, right? Yeah? No? In theory it should be. If monsters is sent from your opponent's hand or deck to the grave. Yeah, problem they're not doing that. We need to, like, really... like, Amazoness has proved surprisingly difficult for us. And almost embarrassingly so. You can special this from your hand, that's fine. Normal summoned, set an Amazoness spell trap or a poly. If they set the trap, that's really good for us because we actually get to get rid of one of 3 copies. If they set poly, then they fusion summon, hopefully using the monster in hand. Like, that's... oh, but it goes to the extra deck. Because it's a pendulum. No, it's in hand, it'll go to grave. Please. Yes. That counts as hand by a card effect, doesn't it? That it does. Just they have triggers, right? Hold on. Oh, is it this? Surely it's this, right? Well, this card is in your graveyard. Yeah, okay, they're just waiting on resolving a trigger. Turn player. For a moment. There you go. Hand trap. Cannot attack any other monsters. We're going to put this over here. So we've got swords, a face down, pendulum, and this thing. That one can die by card effect. I think, whatever it is, we just hit the face down because we... Wait, does it have to be face-up cards? Up to 2 cards on the field. Trap, fusion... This one was on 29 originally, right? Oh, we can just hit that by battle as well. Oh, okay, this is kind of a blowout, actually. Activate, yeah. We don't need the kaiju in this case. Don't know what the trap is. We might find out. Right, I think we actually blow up swords and the face down. And then we have Fairy Wind. So we can deal with this at a later date if it's required. Take an Amazoness from your graveyard or extra deck, add it to your hand, or place it in your pendulum zone. You have an Amazoness engrave. If you control no monster, only Amazoness. Right. Okay. So they kind of have a starter. this up. Use this. Let's see. Yeah, we want to get rid of this. And we want to get rid of this. So we then have Fairy Wind for the rest. And we probably do normal summon that. And set the Torrential. That is most of their life points done. They can't beat Congrate. They can beat the Cavalry, but only by 200 currently. They have Unknown Draw, and they have a Search for an Amazoness spell trap, which they set. Cannot be activated that turn unless it's a normal spell. Well, I believe they'd only get a normal spell. Equip spell they could get, or a continuous spell, or field spell. If they get the field spell, that's actually extra rewarding for us. Because that means we take them out from a Pendulum monster. Let's see. Oh, this card is in your graveyard. Yep. Okay, so it's a spell trap. That's fine. We don't do anything here. We don't Torrential. Because we can kill it. Set an Amazoness spell trap for Polly. Set the field spell, activate the field spell. Amazoness Call. Can't use that this turn. But they can get a starter for next turn then. Banish this, target an Amazoness. That monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. It's not going to help you. This one isn't live. Target an Amazoness spell trap engrave at its hand. Yeah, but you're only going to get this back. And we have something for that. I guess they don't know that. Right. So they have the quick play spell, they have an unknown face down, and they have a continuous trap, sorry, not the. The continuous trap is a little bit more scary. If I can read it. It is... Where is it? This one. No. But they're holding offsetting that card. Let's see. That's very funny if we get a discard. Right, battle phase. Now, in theory, if it's the card we don't want it to be, they trigger it right now. Taking that as well. Okay. That's fine. We want to keep this for something that's really problematic. Well, I said really problematic, and I think for the moment we leave it. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I cannot target cards for attacks except this one, but I don't have to attack it. And so, on attack redeclaration, I should be able to choose. If I can't choose, we just destroy it then. We've missed out on a couple of damage. I know that's not, technically correct phrasing, but it's not much damage we've missed out on. Right, so what card do you take to add from your deck? If they do kill this, then our Torrential is more live, so I guess that's a bonus. Let's see what they're doing, because they've taken some great time to think about their actions. Why is Amazoness like a really hard matchup for me for some reason? Replay happens, continue to attack. No. Because we now know what does happen. And main 2, I think we set another card. We know this isn't imperm, so we'd probably just set it in the imperm column. Not in the imperm column, you know what I mean. In the same column as the non-imperm card. Right, we can Fairy Wind to negate this, basically. In case of MSC negates, because it's a continuous spell. Destroy this to get rid of this. We can do that in battle phase if need be. Well, actually, we are going to need to. And the problem is we only have one monster on the field. So, what are we doing? I think we do Torrential. I think we kind of have to. Okay. Add an Amazoness spell trap. Right, we have to Torrential here. Because any draw gives us a Kaiju and this back. Add it to your hand or send it to the grave. That's fine. You can add another copy of this. But that still doesn't kill me. And allows me to have what I want. Right, choose a card. Yeah, that's the... Okay, that's the idea. That's fine. Get rid of everything. You get a spell trap. Probably the field spell. I don't know what the field spell does. I just say probably the field spell. That would have really helped them out. They got another of the continuous trap. Once per turn, when an Amazoness monster is destroyed by battle card effect and sent to the grave. You see, they could have triggered that a few times already. Field spell would have been a great add here, and they didn't add. No, just, you know, waiting on doing it. Okay, so they've set the continuous trap again. There is the field spell. There is the field spell. Yeah, you see, they kind of should have got that sooner. Right. And what do you get here? You get callback. I don't think it matters, because they're going to target 2 cards. They're going to, on my turn, probably activate both of those. Although, why are they going to activate both of those? They're going to activate both of those because we activate double hooking. And then, because double hooking's face up, we lose the one bit of advantage we were actually trying to get. Okay, maybe I haven't thought this through that much. Right. Okay, I think there's only one way we can play it. Battle phase. See, here's the thing. It'd be great if they were a smarter player in some aspects. I think we do it this way round. We just trigger this. Let's see whether they know what they need to do. They do not know what they need to do. I was hoping that they would just trigger this anyway. This doesn't have a hard one to turn on it. You want to go again? You want to use the other one? Oh, you're just activating all of them. That's incorrect on several levels. You have most definitely just lost the game. You've put 5 face-up spell traps on your side of the field. They could be more intelligent. Yeah, you get a search for one, but that one's... well, this one's dying in the same chain as it's being summoned, so it's in the wrong place. I want to read that card, actually. This one. Yeah, wow, look at that. Anyway, that'll do for game. Big beat stick 1. Big beat stick 2. And so we're in battle phase, so yeah. GG. They did not play that particularly brilliantly in the slightest. I know, how are they supposed to play around fucking Fairy Wind, but like, if I activate the card, you should not then play into the card, right? You'd think. Anyway. 2 Master Packs. And 1 more win to get to the next rank. Again. Alright, let's see what we can get. A Blackwing card. Neat. Branded card. Mekanko. I think we have a couple spells at this point, but no monsters. Mermail. Not quite a royal. It's not a bad one. It's, you know, for waters, it will be a good deck. What the hell did I just say? For the water deck, this will be a good monster. It's a special summon. It's a costly special summon, but it is a special summon. So limited, okay. That's not going to help us out. Sphere Karibo, apparently our second copy. And Star Seraph Scepter. I don't think we have the other members of that archetype in the slightest. Right. Second back. It's not only a holographic card that we have seen, you know, to give immense boosts in power. But on the other hand, getting something like a ninja field spell for the half ninja deck that we've got going on, that seems pretty good to me. And more cards for the zombie deck. Okay, that's not really doing it. Centurion. Send a face-up Centurion card you control to the grave. Wait, we have one. We have one Centurion monster. And that's interesting. Okay, we need to think about that. We need to take a look at how those two work and interact together. Second Harvester. That means we're more likely to draw this than the, what is it? The no, not I don't know the name of it, but the level 4, so that's pretty good. And Madolce. Yeah, we're not using that. But these have been some interesting packs, and we probably actually have a number of Blackwing cards at this point, so it might be worth looking at whatever spell traps we've got there. And how are we doing for time? About 2 hours in. We got some time yet? Let's keep it rolling. We only need 1 more win to rank up. Just 1 more win. We can do it, guys. Believe. Okay, we're not going first, but that doesn't matter. We are going first. Okay. This might have just changed a little bit. Oh, this might have changed a lot. Normal summon Inspector border. Set a card. Good game. Right. That's how this works, right? Add Ra. Oh dear. Monsters can attack except okay. Okay, that's fine. Add a Winged Dragon of Ra. Bring deck to your hand. Okay, that's again fine. You need to have something on the field to tribute for Ra. And you don't. Right, okay, just how much damage can we do? I don't think we can do enough. Not in the slightest. Wait. Okay, we should have summoned this last turn. Right, let's put that on the field. And let's hit in for 2. There's the chance this can still function as removal. And if it gets destroyed, then we get this guy out, so... Right, if they summon Ra's Disciple, that's not enough. If they try and activate Guardian Slime, that's not enough. We do need to activate this turn, so we can get more damage on board. Right. Summon this. They might have been waiting for us to just get one more monster on the field. Oh, that is so close. Wait. That's a synchro for 8 or 7. We would only want to do 8, and it's still a bad idea. So we can just, you know, put more damage on the field. Lowest first. Not that causes a problem. Super Poly. 2 Earths, right? It's 2 Earths, isn't it? Putting the extra monster on the field was in fact the problem. Can't believe it. Mud Dragon. Oh, they get one monster effect now. But so do I. Which means I am amassing damage a little bit quicker than they can. What do they add? They add Ancient Chant. Okay, that's still fine. If that dies, there's no monster on the field now. There is. It's a very close game without, you know, much happening in it. Because if they remove this, they have monster effects again, and that probably gives them enough to OTK. On the other hand, we have, you know, the greatest enemy of the Winged Dragon of Ra. Possibly Sparks. 7 cards in hand, and they can't do it. We can't kill them this turn. And if we do normal summon, I'd have to be careful that it's not something that they could, you know, super poly. And if they set a card, I might not normal summon it anyway, just in case. I think we do have it, judging by the time it's taking them to think of their turn. But I don't want to take it for granted. The turn they are special summon, so normal summon is fine, flip summon is fine. Yeah, the problem is they need a Winged Dragon of Ra in the monster zone to kickstart the cycle. And they don't have one in their monster zone. They put this in the graveyard, which means they can't, you know... Okay, they have a set card. That could be many things. Right, let's flip this up. Is it torrential? It's not torrential. Is it Magic Cylinder or Mirror Force? It is Forbidden Droplet. Ah, you only need to negate the one then. But you're going to negate the both. Okay. Oh, but you don't have the other one in hand? That was so dumb. Because they have their effects back now, like... You weren't dead anyway. Surely that accomplished, like, less than nothing. Out of Winged Dragon of Ra, you've done this before. It's not helped you yet. You're just adding the one back from Grave. Don't have another monster. And the thing is, if that is Mirror Force now, it's bad, but it's not the end of the world. Like, we are close to just doing it. Droplet. Okay. Yeah, they have to negate both, otherwise they don't live. And we set a mystery card. We could synchro summon now, but there's like no point. It's actively bad for us. And the thing is, they know better than to negate main phase. Oh damn, you destroyed all monsters I control. Anyway. Do we do it? Yeah. Let's put it on the field. It's a body. We need that at the moment. No. You've got to attack it. I've got a possible compulsive you play into it. I've also just got a kaiju if they actually end on Ra. I don't think they're going to. They would have done it by now. Okay. Draw 2 cards. Go for it. I still don't think they're doing it. They've got 2 Ancient Chants in Grave. Set card cannot be activated, so they probably add it to hand, whatever it is. Rota. Okay, what do you get with Rota? Are you playing the Pokenites? I'd assume you're playing the Pokenites then. But yeah, you've gone through 1, 2 Ancient Chant, 1 of the Continuous Spell, Super Poly, Blaze Cannon, Kengen. You seem to be very much assuming you get another turn. Discard a card from my hand. Oh dear. Whatever shall I discard? Now, you can't not go to battle phase, otherwise I keep this and I synchro summon with it. So you're kind of pegging yourself in a hole. Okay, do you have Exchange of the Soul then? Do you have the Quick Play spell? You contribute monsters your opponent controls. Oh, okay, so that works. Where do you summon Ra to? Why is it at 51? That's why it's at 51. Oh dear. You know, if they get this attack wrong, they lose. Like, on the spot, they lose. If I, meanwhile, get, like, a normal summon. Okay, what do you get? You get one monster from either graveyard. I don't have anything that allows you to pop anything. Nor do you. Yeah, go for it. You don't have a card to discard. You're not familiar, are you? You've got 2 chances to attack the game. You failed. All of that. That was absolutely appalling. I summon the Winged Dragon of Ra and I lose to Sparks. GG. It's been their biggest weakness since the dawn of time. 200 burn damage kills them, but what about 6,000, you know? This is like a constructed quality deck. This is stupid. Like, that is just bad to, like, it does not need to be 41 cards. This can be cut. You'd rather play another Thrust. Because, yeah, why are you on 3 Triple Tactics Talent and not 3 Triple Tactics Thrust? That is the wrong ratio. And, like, 2 Super Poly, 2 Forbidden Droplet. It's just weird. Okay, they're both warriors, so you can just search out whichever you need. No wonder their hand was bricked. Going into the extra deck, Sales Ban. What are you gonna call from a Masochist deck in Sales Ban? Anyway, to celebrate the rank up, we'll open our legacy tickets. Even though there's only 2 of them. Right? Kiryu. I don't know if we have Darkblade, but we wouldn't play him even if we did, I don't think. Psychic Kappa is pretty bad. Fiend's Hand Mirror. Oh, that's pretty bad. Psychic Soul. We're not really playing Psychics, and I don't know if that's niche enough to actually play if we did. Right. 2 more Master Packs. We're doing surprisingly well. I know we're probably not going to make it past Platinum 4, but for the moment, we are picking up a lot of duplicates. Okay, that's not. Can be normal summon set. That's a great line of text. Yep, that's not going to help us out. We could brick them infinitely on Ash Blossom, but that assumes a very specific scenario. Let's see, Tellarknight. Maybe we have Tellarknights? I don't think we do. I'm pretty sure we don't have Jet Synchron, so that's not summonable. That's our final Synchro Rumble. And a Time Thief card. Can't use it. If we add Redoer, you know we'd be playing him. Redoer is a hell of a rank 4 monster. Right. Speaking of rank 4s, and speaking of actually decent rank 4s, because it kind of like is a way to get into Zeus. Another Weather card, another Lunar Light, another Dododo, Prominence, Level Support, don't need it. Oh hey, that's Compulse on legs. Yeah, we'd play that in the flip deck, definitely. 1900 and its Compulse. And that's part of the plant pile, I think. Probably is. That's interesting. But I don't think it's gonna work out for us that well. In the Dragon deck, probably, and that's about it. Alright, those are certainly cards. Let's take a minute then. I said it might have been worth having a look at Blackwings and all those others, so let's show what weather cards we have. Which is 3 monsters and 4 spell traps, 2 of which are the same spell trap and 2 of which are the same monster. Okay. So we can halve something's attack. That tags into others from hand or grave. And we can continuously bounce spell traps. If special summoned, place a weather from your hand. Okay. Send a continuous spell trap you control to the grave. Place one from deck. Okay, so that's not terrible, because you can use this, and then I guess send Sunny. Yeah, you'd probably do this, send Sunny, place either Cloudy or place Rainy. And then you've got like spell trap control, or at the very least you can minimize damage while keeping a body on your side of the field. Not enough to really play them, but it's far from bad. We have the Blackwing Honest, we have a couple of Beat Sticks, another Beat Stick. That's not a bad, like, we're kind of playing that special summon condition, so... We're not gonna really be using them as synchro material, I don't think. 5 more Blackwing monsters in grave. That's a really dire straits kind of card. Send a Blackwing from hand to send that monster to the grave. That's not really going to happen. You see, that's not terrible. Destroyed by battle and sent to the grave. That will happen sometime. Do we want that? We can't shuffle tokens into the deck, so I don't think we would. During your turn. That's so bad. And yeah, the rest of these aren't quite up to snuff. You'd probably be playing Bora, Kogarashi, and Kalut. You might play Raptor Wing Strike. That's not a tuner, that's not a tuner. That one is a tuner. So you might play Tornado as well. But I don't think you'd really play the rest of these, like the special summons. I guess this doesn't lock you into anything, so maybe you would. Probably not enough anyway, still. Dragon Maid, come on. Spelling. Right, okay, we've got 2 big Dragon Maids, 2 small Dragon Maids. Definitely not enough. Lunalight. A host of monsters and no way to fuse them. Yeah, that doesn't fusion summon. Oh, that does. And what? 2 Lunalights. So that's actually summonable as well. Blue Cat, if special summon, target a Lunalight. If destroyed by battle or card effect, you can spec a Lunalight. Okay, so that one floats. We got 2 of that. That's the pendulum effect. That's the monster effect. Does piercing. Pendulum effect allows you to fuse, so as long as you draw any 2 of them, you can fuse. Once per turn, send out Lunalight from deck or extra to grave. If used for a fusion summon. And if sent to grave, you can have Poly. If banished... Yeah, that's not particularly helpful at all. And nor is that. It's kind of names. Let's see. Like, that's not the worst. Like, this is okay. These float, and this allows us to fusion summon, which gives us a 2400 cannot be destroyed by battle. It inflicts 100 damage on attack declaration, and it can attack monsters twice each if you tribute a Lunalight. And you can attack the same monster twice with this, so if you have a low attack monster you want to attack, Like, that's not terrible, but it's just not quite there. We have 3 Centurion cards. Right, place a Centurion from your hand or grave in your spell trap as a continuous trap. The second effect doesn't matter. If normal or special summoned, you can add a Centurion from deck to hand. Okay. And then you can send that one to special that. So it doesn't do that much, really, because we don't have the synchros. It gets you into a level 8 on field with 2000. That seems to be like the end of our Centurion, combo, quote unquote. Place a Centurion from your hand or grave. Yeah, I don't think that's like... It's a small package, but there doesn't seem to be any merit to running it in the first place. Was there anything else? We got the... I guess, yeah. Let's just double check. I can't remember if we got any Dragunity synchros. We did. We got a synchro. We have the link. And we have a searchable spell trap now. We don't have the Ravine, but, like, arguably this will do something for the Dragon deck. Which, again, we haven't made it, but there's a lot of decks that, you know, we haven't made, which are technically on the horizon, just like, you know, just a couple good cards, right? It's a lot of decks. Right. Back into it. Away from the break. Let's see if we can win a few more games. We have some time left. And we get to go first. Against a nice field. 15. 4C. Ooh. Right. Set. And set. And I guess we leave it there? No, we set this. If we draw a monster for turn, we draw a monster for turn. There's no point setting the double hooking while we don't even have 2 monsters in rotation. If we get Lightning Stormed, we get Abominable Enchained. At a level 4 lower warrior, go for it. Ken. Yeah, sure, go for it. And that means that they are, yeah, picking themselves. Draw. And then discard. What do we discard? Oh dear. I'm gonna special summon this out. Put you over there. Wait. There, if it was a monster you can... Oh, I didn't even realise. I've not had to play around that effect, like, ever. Like, I've played against Dark World a number of times, and it just genuinely hasn't come up. Right, Mirror Force, Abominable Chamber. I'm not sure either of these are going to succeed. I know that Dark World's in archetype end on a whole lot of damage, and this boy, who is an Omni Negate. I don't know what they do, like, in terms of generic boss extra deck monsters, because I can't remember. It's... Appaloosa is still legal in Bastardal, so I guess that counts. I don't know if they have access to Baron. They probably have access to Chaos Angel. Let's have a look. What attribute are you? That's a light. I think they have Chaos Angel access if they choose to. Like, Danger Darkworld is a pretty common hybrid, but I haven't seen a Danger yet. If they were on Danger, so I'd say like rank 8s were, you know, on the table. That's the thing, I haven't seen them. This is going to be a long turn from our opponent, but there's just not much to do about that. Picture of the Grapher. The monster or a spell trap? You picked, like, the best possible spell trap. Summon. Thanks for the boost. Yeah, we'll pick this, and we will... let's see. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. Putting it in grave means they can just, like, revive it again. But it's better than it being on the field in the first place. More field spell. Okay, there's a danger. Right. That does mean they can potentially get to Chaos Angel right now if they want to. It is if they want to, they might not. It's possibly not ideal, but I genuinely don't know. No point hand looping me, I don't have cards in hand. First time in a while. Genta. And you can only special summon it once per turn, yeah. Discard a card and draw 2. They are kind of just popping off. We have one spell trap on the field that matters. They're probably going to get rid of it. But if they don't, we've got Mirror Force for a decent amount. I think they do just remove it. Like, they only need one Dark World a session, and they've probably drawn that by now. I'd be slightly surprised if they hadn't. Or they just... I was a little bit worried then. Danger Thunderbird has a reputation for actually being the danger that just gets sniped out of hand. Has a reputation for not really summoning itself that often. 3/8. Giant Trainer. It is Giant Trainer. I was kidding. Which means that they're not doing the battle phase. Oops. Bless you. Sure. Where's the information? Are they playing Exodia? They're down to 14 in deck. They've got 9 in hand. 8 in hand. And they've got card destruction. Miss the Mothman. Summon the Mothman, draw a card. Summon that back. The thing is, they can't attack me this turn, which makes this a lot more vulnerable. Because they can just pop it next turn. I don't know that Man-Eater Bug, well, Noble Man-Eater Bug is going to clear a full Danger Dark World board. simply by virtue of there being that many bodies and the fact that they can just do it again next turn. That's Sap Loser. No, it's a Yugioh. Okay, I think I am leaning towards, like, being FTK'd. There's no way it's not Exodia, right? You're so close to, like, decking out. What are you trying to do? Is this even... No, it's not. So Yugioh Skulldread has never really felt like a card that's... I know at one point it was a chase card, and maybe saw better play, but, like, since then, I feel like it's just been an FTK card. If you're doing something unfair, you're playing Sayuya. Sure, you can take a rank 8. Oh, draw 2. Like, it's gotta be Exodia. They've got 10 cards left in deck, and they haven't used the card destruction. At this rate, I've gotta wonder if the time is gonna run out, but they're making these plays pretty fast. Yeah, sure, go for it. Summon that one, draw a card. You're on 9 cards in deck, 5 in hand, not using the card destruction. Danger is one of those 2 or 3 decks that if you're actually playing Maxi and you use it against them, they will deck you out. That's another Sayuya. No, it's Apo. I'm so confused. Yeah, okay, so now they fusion summon. That's the Omnigate. They're just hoping that whatever I have doesn't do it. I can hit over the Apo. Eight cards left. And a card destruction. Are you bouncing the danger? They are bouncing the danger. Bigfoot. Discard Mothman. Summon Bigfoot, draw 1. Mothman, draw 1, discard 1. You're down to 6 cards left in deck on resolution of this. If you haven't already used Mothman, because I haven't drawn any cards. Do you not want to? Are you thinking about it? What is there that you didn't use it? Griffin. Man, this is definitely some kind of fair combo. I tell you what. I've seen Sayuya, I've seen Griffin. Set the Dark Corridor. It feels like they're playing regular Dark World, but I don't think you end on 7 cards left in deck, right? It's just wrong. Right, well they have an Omnigate, right? And I can't kill that. What do they have in hand? What do you have in hand? I'm just being so lazy. Sorry, cat's just, pestering for attention, looking at us and not coming near. Anyway. It's not a negate destroy, is it? Each player with a hand discards 1 card. Do you need to be able to resolve? No, that's not it, sorry. When your opponent activates a monster effect normal spell trap while you have cards in your hand. Okay, so they just get to do that. Set. We're just not going to have cards in our hand. We're going to... Sure, we're going to try and beat the Griffin. I'm fine with that. What does that trigger? What does that trigger? Add that hand. Okay. It's fine. I probably needed to kill Yappo, but... 1% at the end of battle phase. I guess I have to do it. Do you want to do it? Do you want to negate that? No. I probably should have set the prey there and seen that coming. 6 cards left, and they have card destruction. They're not using it. Are they just planning to, you know, try to kill me, or is it Exodia? I don't know. I'm confused. I've sat through the entire duel. I might as well sit through this last, you know, minute. 2 minutes. 5 years. There's Jackalope. 4 cards left in deck. They're not... They're going to kill me. But they just want, you know... They want the satisfaction first. It's like 3 cards in deck. Do you not... You have a way to get to those 3, but then it's gotta be Exodia. Access code. Yeah, go for it. How many links have you gone through? 1, 2, 2. No, my Jirai. I definitely wasn't going to use that anyway. Yeah, no, here's the problem. I kind of needed the Mirror Force. Oh, are they just banishing access? Wait, what did they banish first? They banished the Yugioh. Is that still not game? It's not game. They have 3 cards left in deck. What do you mean? Come on, I want you to trigger it now. Just, like, discard something. I don't know how long is left on their clock, and I don't know, like, what they could possibly have at this point. What they need to draw. They've got 3 cards in deck. Sure. I'm gonna put it here. What happens if it's you? Buy an opponent's card. Just card. Sure. Discard a card. I want you to discard. I want to know. I don't have a hand. You've kept me prisoner here. Because I thought I had a chance of beating you. Or I wanted to know what you were doing. Is it just Dark World? Do I just stay here for just, like, actual Dark World? I must have done. I can't believe it. I stayed here for actual Dark World. That's so annoying. That is so much time spent just sitting through that, thinking it's just like, oh, it's alright, the lefty gave me. No, they didn't even do that. That would have been kinda... Anyway, I gotta choose first or second. Yugioh. That's gotta be 60 cards. 60 cards, 15. Okay, we're gonna do the big brain play. Set. I'm good. What do we have? Is it just full combo for Dark Magician? Because, you know, why is 60 cards seemingly just that much more consistent? It always seems like Dark Magician players just have something better when they play 60. That's a card. I can only... Okay, this one's not a quick effect. This one is a quick effect. And you haven't normal summoned yet, so let's block off the column for good measure. Why did I Magnum up there? I didn't need to. I could banish that, well... No, because it gets sent to the graveyard. It still gets sent to the graveyard. Anyway, search Dragon interface. They still have stuff to do. They're gonna make Dragoon. Like, they're obviously actually playing Dragoon. But there is a problem. That card has a retroactive lock on it. The turn you activate this card. So unless they're just hard making it with, like, polymerization. Red MD. Is it Dragon Link? Is it fucking Dragon Link? 60 cards. With Dark Magician in the, like... I don't know. I don't know anymore. There that card goes. Is it once per turn? It's not once per turn. Synchro. 5, Justicia. This is going to be a long-ass combo. Do I think I can clear it with the Magnamut Searching, the Concrete, double Mammy to Bug, a Kaiju, and a level 4 Pendulum Monster? I'm not sure I can. And I ask you again, how does my... I did need to banish this with the Magnum. It was a complete mistake to banish the ritual. Does that... How much does it stop, though? It stops a good chunk of it. That's damn certain. That card doesn't count as Dark Magician, does it? Oh no, it's just send a... Yeah, send a Spellcaster, right. It's the tough bit of balancing how long do you actually want to, you know, call a good try at a deck, or a good try in a duel versus they are playing Dragon Link. Oh, good God. I did have interaction for this, and I put it in the wrong place. Although, funnily enough, this column does actually seem to be hurting them. Because I have no doubt they could get 5 monsters on the field right now. going to stop? No. Let's see. Oh, so they are going to summon Dragoon. Because it copies Red Eyes Fusion, but it copies the effect. Unless they just play 100% branded fusion. What are you doing? Just shut up, activate Vertex. I don't think that's really relevant. I think it's just a body. SP. Yeah, banish a card. I now can't... I have to Kaiju Dragoon. They didn't use the on-summon banish. That's an 8. There's Boral. I'm just... They've gone on too long. I cannot be bothered for the rest of it. Granted, that seems to be very nearly the end of it anyway, but... Alright. We'll give it a couple duels more. See what happens. I'd like to stay in Plat 4 if we could help it, you know? I worked so hard to get here. Go in second. Well, there's a lot of Kaijus and Lightning Vortex and 4, right? $15. $60. They're gonna go full combo, aren't they? It's just what happens. You could consider Unizombie plus Foolish Burial probably is about as full combo as you get. I'm just not gonna bother. There's no point. We're not beating Baladrock every single turn. Oh man, it's going so well for us. Can we win like one game? That's not an extra deck. And that makes this a little easier. True Draco is now at full power in Master Duel, so that's probably what this is. There you go, True Draco. Called it. Now, the good news is that if they decide to grab Masterpiece... They did not grab Masterpiece. I was going to say, if they grab Masterpiece, that will not be immune to monsters. But they've just put Anchamufret on the field, which means they have access to a monster and a draw. Except Anchamufret. This is just turn after turn. During your main phase, if it got sent. Oh, they have no tribute summon monsters. Right. This does mean Masterpiece is going to be immune to spell traps. Well, no, they can just special summon this and make it immune to monsters. We have to think about our columns. We're going to have to think about our columns. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? It's all true Draco continuous traps. We're just attacking for 18. Right. We need to set 1 and set 2. We can hold the others on the off chance that Masterpiece is not then affected by traps, because that's an option. Yep, these are not face up. Target spell trap on the field, destroy it. Fantastic. That's the better one. Fuck you. Continue your main phase. No, I won't. It can start the chain, it's just once per chain. And you move for it. Pay 1,000 target spell trap. They're going to destroy that. We're going to let them do that. And we're going to destroy this. Because this is optional. Oh well. But the traps are destroy a monster, and the spells are destroy a trap. Oh, Monarch's Heroic. We're actually good to get rid of that. Oh, they're going to destroy this. You can immediately tribute summon. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, it's fine. Target monster on the field, destroy it, go for it. You have a spell trap in hand. That was summoned this turn. That does it. But they just target a spell trap on the field. Set and for a turn. You got a 50-50, you do it and I can summon a Paleo at the very least. That's going to be a trap. They would just tribute summon a monster if they had a monster. Battle phase. It is just like once per chain, and we do threaten damage here if they don't respond to it, so it's make them pay 1,000 basically. Chain this. I don't know if they realize. They must do, I guess. We're just gonna kill this. You can kill the Jirai Gumo, but it's gonna cost you 1,000. It's once per chain. Oh man, we are getting all our spell traps into the spell trap removal, aren't we? Battle phase. Because it's once per chain. So attack declaration is a chain, summon is a chain. Even if we, like, activate this to, like, double them, like, they have to do it. Okay, they're just not doing it. I think they don't. I don't think they realise. Yeah, sure, you can negate the effects of face-up cards. These are normal monsters, so, like, you do negate these, but, like, this is a normal monster. It doesn't have effects. This is a trap card still, so it goes back to the spell trap zone. And you don't kill me. That's fine. Yeah, I'll continue my main phase. Set 1. Set 2. And your move. You don't have the life points to pay for an ending nightmare anymore. So, that is game. Activate Draconic Diagram. I don't have a response to that, unfortunately. And if you do, add a True Draco. Right. Okay. They're gonna tribute traps, so it's gonna be immune to traps, but it's like, it's a monster card. Oh, they tributed just traps. That's not immune to monster effects. That's interesting. Once per turn, if you control this tribute, quick target other card on the field, destroy it. So you're unaffected by specifically traps. You just don't activate miracles then. Like, the game plan is this guy, but it's pretty good. But you're gonna have to get those resources out your grave at some point. Like, yeah, that was never doing anything anymore. I needed to kind of have chain on after that thing resolved to at least put that guy back in hand. And then it would have been set. We have a light in our graveyard. Let's see. Right, the problem is they do have a tempo advantage. The benefit is that we can just out them next turn, because this is not unaffected by monsters. Destroyed by Basilisk. Okay, it's a good thing we read that, actually. I didn't mean to do attack, but we've done attack anyway. Yeah, sure, do it. It does not matter to me. I mean, it does, but you can just convince them that it doesn't. They're targeting the Jirai. No, they're targeting that one, double hooking. It's fine. It's not. Leave result search. You get stricken. We were so close. They didn't know Masterpiece was going to be their next draw. They now have search. That's a monster, but it's not going to the grave. Yeah, we just have a problem now. I mean, they're going to run out of fodder eventually, but we're going to run out of bodies. I know we're a Masterpiece deck, but, like, it's crazy that Masterpiece is just legal at 3 with Draconic Diagram at 3 again. Okay, so they contribute something for a monster again. I think we have lost the duel as of right about now. What can we do? Normal summon Cosmo Wicked Witch. Pay 1,000. Yeah, that's not Cosmo Wicked Witch. Could you believe that sitting on a towers that's even unaffected by a third of the card pool is going to body a Masochist deck? Right. No, I'm not going to continue my main phase. I need, like... What do I need? I think it is, like, exactly Wicked Witch. And for them to not draw a monster card, but they're kind of deck thinning. Like, yeah, that's the end of the game. That's just it. We've lost through not really any fault of our own. I think we played that about as well as we could. And yeah, we've been demoted to a lower rank. Feels good. I know we don't really deserve to be up this high in the first place. But there's not really anything we could have done. We could have done marginally better, maybe. I struggle to believe we could have done better. I was hoping to end this night on a win, and then, you know, see them get down to, like, you know, 900, just like, oh, this is that duel. No, it's not. Top device. 10. Sorry, quick maths. 46. Yeah. Mesphis or Flu Kashtera. Yep. It's not that I can't play without, like, my graveyard or anything. That's not massively important. It's the fact that the guy they summon is just big extra deck floodgate. Related. This guy. Because you need 3 level 7s. And they are 1 level 7 away from that. But they're not doing it, it seems. And the really annoying thing is it ranks up on top of this during your turn, basically. That's funny. The Yang Zing needs to go to the grave, doesn't it? Like, it has to get sent to the grave. Battle or card effect sent to your grave. Da-da-da. I can't quite kill that. Why are you doing that? You sent both of those. What kind of... Yeah, you know what? We set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, and let you go. I don't think I mind if they actually summon the big boy. Related. Right, let's just check out related and make sure. Using once per chain, once per turn, detach 3, target banish. So yeah, let's do this. Put those back. Let them summon a Kashtera. I just want to block some of their zones for a change, you know? Yeah, let them do that. They can make Rise Heart. sure, go for it. I've kind of lost the duel from this moment that they just put the Kashtira monster on the field, but there might be some way around it, I don't know. Just one. Sure. Combine. Yeah, that's fine. It's not the best, but I can, at the very least, Wing Blast. When this card declares an attack, jeez, this is very balanced. Yep, cool. Had a Kashtira trap yet, that's fine. He's just gonna hard make the second one. Because you could. It's not even like it's limited or anything. Big Eye. What, you gotta Big Eye your own monster back? That sounds like a stupid play. This one. Put that back in the extra. Yep, sure. That is ridiculously annoying. Wanted to end it on, like, you know, good duel. Something like, you know, a victory to end the night. This is not that duel. Nor was the one before it, apparently. I mean, it's still affected by the while you control that monster. You're kidding me. That's fucking mental. You're attaching my banished cards. That's rude. Yeah, cool. Miracles. You know what would go really hard right now? Another sour scheduling. Maybe I should play 3 of it. I have no monsters in my grave, so... Yep, it's going to be something from yours. You're going to send mine again, aren't you? Well, none of those are sour scheduling, so I ain't particularly sour about it. I don't think so. Marshmallow. Get Fenrir back. Get Rysar back. Of course, everything's banished now, it doesn't matter. I am not staying in this. Not for any longer. And we've hit our 3-hour mark. Fan-fucking-tastic. I didn't expect we'd be, you know, going out on the highest of highs, but I expected that maybe we could, you know, get to Plat 4, stay in Plat 4. I guess I could have done that by ending the stream as soon as we reach Plat 4, but that doesn't feel like that's particularly, that feels like that's cheating a little bit. Anyway, I guess, yeah, with the fact that we've been streaming for about 3 hours, that will be the Monday stream for this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching, VOD or otherwise. I look forward to do I look forward to continuing it on Thursday? No, I do look forward to continuing it on Thursday. Hopefully see some of you there. As is per usual for the rest of December this year, off work on Thursdays. So, it'll be 2 streams. You get me for the morning, you get me for the evening. It is 7 p.m. GMT or BST, I forget which one we're actually using now because it's the, daylight saving hours or not. And the morning one is just kind of whenever I get round to it, I'll do it. But anyway, look forward to seeing you guys in the next stream. And that is all for now. You'll have a good one. My name has been Catmonarch.